Hi, and welcome to Simby. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope that by the end of this video you can get an understanding of what Simby is all about and to help you learn even better. So at its base, Simby is an AI application that is designed to help you learn even better and smarter and faster. So let me just walk you through the application really quick so that you can get up and running as fast as possible. On the left-hand side here is what's called your resources. So this is any sort of external source and or worksheet or video or lecture or whatever that you want the AI to be able to understand. This is really helpful with things like some homework problems or some article you found on the internet or a YouTube video where someone is explaining a particular concept. This is really helpful for the AI to understand what you're trying to learn. In the middle, we have where the AI pane, which is where you communicate with the AI, where it basically talks back to you, sort of the main section. As you can see on the top here, you can have several different conversations with that AI, and the same goes for your notes, which is on the right-hand side here. And this is where everyone writes down anything they want, really, but it's a place to sort of consolidate your thinking and to do work and to write and to kind of curate what the AI has said to you to hopefully solidify your understanding. So I'm just going to show a really quick demo to you. Say I am in an 8th grade math class and I have some practice problems that I want to complete to help me learn about a new concept. I'm just going to drag this image, this worksheet, into my resources here. And as you can see, it takes a little bit of time to process. It's named something weird. You can see here we can say we want to name it homework. Cool. And one thing that we can do is now click into this homework, as you can see. And right now it's just doing a little bit of processing. It'll finish in a second. And yeah, you can see that we have several practice problems on here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Simby to help me understand the concept that this worksheet is trying to teach me. So I'm going to say, hey Simby, can you help me understand what is on this worksheet and how I should approach problems like these? And what Simby is going to do is it's going to look at the image that's currently on your screen, and it's going to analyze it. It might also say that it's reading it. It kind of depends on what it's reading. But it's going to analyze that, and then it's going to give us a response, hopefully, that talks about the worksheet and how to continue. So based on what Simby says, it says this worksheet is about algebraic simplification, which is combining the distributive property with combining like terms. So it's going to help me break down these different problems and how to approach them. So it knows all the problems that are on this sheet and the key concepts that we need to know, which is the distributive property, notated like this, and combining like terms. Something that's really helpful is if you just highlight these two things here and drag them over to the side into your notes, we can now have some good definitions of the distributive property and combining like terms so that we can continually reference them outside of the space of the AI. So it also is going to show us how to go through the first problem, which is applying the distributive property. And so it's saying, okay, we multiplied this number by these two different things, so it becomes 30x minus 36, and the same goes for the other side of the equation here. And then we need to rewrite that, and then we need to identify the like terms, so that means we grab this and combine them, and this. And then we have our final answer. Awesome. So it's also going to give us a few pro tips, and this will be different depending on what you're trying to learn, whether that's math class or science class or history. It really depends on what you're doing. But I'm actually going to try and do problem number 2, which is 7 times 2x plus 11 minus 6 times 7x minus 3. Okay, so we know the first thing to do is multiply by these parentheses. So we got 7 times 2x, and that means it's 14x, plus 7 times 11, which is 77, and then minus 6 times 7, which is 42, minus 6 times 3, 42x, minus 6 times 3, which is 18. Awesome. But I actually don't know what the next step is. So what I'm going to do actually is ask Simby for some help on this next step here. So I'll say on problem 2, I'm a little stuck here. Can you help me understand what the next thing to do is? And it's going to come back with an answer, and it says, okay, I've done the distributive property step correctly, great, and this is where I'm at. And then, oh, okay, right, we need to identify and group the like terms. So it's going to say combine the x terms, which, oh, okay, that means it's 14 minus 42x, which is going to be minus 28x. And then 77 minus 18, which is 59. So we have plus 59. And then this is our final answer. Awesome. And something it's also really good at is sort of tailoring your learning to you. So for example, I'm really into soccer, and I sort of learn concepts better when I can kind of think about it in soccer terms. So I'm going to ask Simby, can you help me understand this in terms of soccer? I'm on my 8th grade team, and I love it, and it helps me figure it out. And so what Simby is going to do is try to come up with a soccer way to help me understand combining like terms. So it's saying it can think of this like tracking 2 different things during your soccer season. 14x and minus 42x are goals, and our constant numbers are points from drills and practice challenges. And it's like, why can't we mix them? And it's because goals are different than points from drills and our practice challenges. And so we can also do something like, can you help me understand it visually? And what that's going to do is actually Simby's going to come up and build me an image to help me understand specifically the answer to this problem through the lens of soccer visually. And I find it's really helpful because I think in general I learn a little bit better from viewing things rather than reading. So I really like videos and images, and so being able to do it in a bunch of different mediums tends to be really helpful. So I encourage you definitely to play around with what that looks like. So great. Oh, very cool. So it says, here's my problem visualized. We have practice points on one side here, which is our like terms, and our goals on this side, as you can see, are 14 minus 42 and our 77 minus 18, and then we end up getting our final result here on the right side. And then another thing we can do is just drag this over here to help us understand this particular problem here. And that ends up being very helpful, I think, for me at least, to have kind of a visual representation, like I said, and being able to kind of solidify it here on the right side. So I hope this helped you sort of understand the idea behind Simby and the different things that Simby can do, I really encourage you to play around with it and experiment and hopefully learn even better and faster. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm Noah, and my email is noah@simby.ai. So happy to help with anything. Thanks.